Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday night. You have made it to another one. We are live on the Dumb Shuli Network. That's right. Dubbed by Ray. Andrew, what's up, B-boy Andrew? Uh-oh. Drive the car, bro. Drive the car, bro. Good evening. We are here, Shuli Network, episode 9. How you doing tonight, brother?
It is I, Andrew the Giant, and my man, Bobby Stuff.
I thought you forgot my name for a minute. It's the man, Bobby Fran. And here is the master of ceremonies.
Here's Andrew.
That's right. It's Andrew, the lead anchor. Dare I say, sports director of the Shuli Network. Good evening, everybody. How you doing tonight, B-boy Andrew?
No show on the no sports show doesn't like us.
I agree and I concur. No sports show does it like us. We're happy to be here with you here this evening on this lovely Friday night. We're going to bring the rest of the people in. Let's bring in our West Coast correspondent and our friend Bono. Let's bring him in. What's up, Bones? How you doing tonight, man?
Hey. Good evening.
You excited about?
I'm good.
I know it's Final Four time. You're excited about this? You're repping?
I am beyond thrilled. I'm so happy. The whole city of San Diego is pumped right now. Go Aztecs.
Go Aztecs. Yeah, Andrew.
If my signal craps, we are expecting bad weather around here, so bear with me if my signal goes.
Yeah, that's why Stormy hasn't joined us yet. She's having some weather issues in her area. I understand a lot of areas of the country are maybe experiencing some issues with weather, having Wi-Fi issues, but we hope she can join us if she can. Hey, let's bring in our friend, our fellow sports head, and our prop master. Let's bring in our bro, Scott Fitzpatrick. Yo! What's Scott? What are you flame throwing today, bro?
Daddy.
Do it. Just don't burn your house down when you're doing it. Oh, shit. With the props. Come on. Let's get some flame going.
Yeah, be careful, man.
There you go. Back in the day. That was a lot of fun back in the day. We would just grab cans of anything to make blow torches outside. That's some fun stuff. How you doing, Scott?
Doing all right. How you guys?
Did you?
All right, now what you adjusting now? See, you got a mirror there. Is that your rear view mirror? What we got here? Oh, look at that. Look at that, Andrew. He framed it. Look at that.
Did you catch the latest episode of Kicking It with Bobby and Andrew?
Yeah, of course, Andrew. It isn't enough that Andrew has a hot show on the Shuli Network. Andrew is on YouTube all the time. So anytime you check your notifications, Andrew's popping up. And his latest ventures, he's hanging out with Bobby Nick, and they call it, what's it? Hanging out with Bobby Nick and Andrew? Is that what you call it, bro?
Kicking back
with Bobby Nick and Andrew. And Scott was on there last night, I saw.
Yep. Good hang.
They're just good hang. So if you ever want to hang out with the good friends during the weekend, if SportsHeads isn't enough for you, if you can't wait and you need more Andrew, just Andrew, where can they find you on YouTube, bro, if they want to see some of these lives?
Andrew Weezy 9724.
No, 9324. Oh my goodness. Let's check with the judges on that one. Is that the right answer? No, it's 9324. It's youtube.com/Andrew Weezy, WIESE 9324. If you want to see what Andrew's up to during the week.
Screenshot of my latest numbers.
No, of course. You always got to check the live numbers. There it is right there, Andrew. Right there, bro. Yep. Look, it's so popular, even Kevin Brennan wants it. Kevin.
So, this Andrew and Bobby Nick show is on your channel, Andrew, right?
Yes, correct.
Nice. Are you gonna take up smoking to kind of bond with him?
Good point.
How cool would that be? Just sit there
No.
cigarettes, like,
They can have a cigarette smoke off or something, right?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But no, that's cool. Yeah, I saw that. So I'm gonna have to check that out, man.
You know, as prolific of a smoker as Bobby Nick is, he can't blow a smoke ring.
He can't blow a smoke ring?
Oh, yeah, I would have thought he had some tricks.
Wow. I figured that if you smoked that long, I figured it'd just kind of do that by accident, right? At some point. How about you, Scott? You a smoke ring blower?
No, I can't blow a smoke ring either.
Holy
I thought maybe you had something. I was going to get you to do a little demo. What's up, Andrew?
I'm up to 125 subscribers.
Yeah, boy. You're getting hooked up with the Shuley Network. Uh-oh. Boom, indeed. Oh, Scott has his ready. Got the indica. I see the indica sticker on that.
Spicy.
Boom, indeed, for the indica. There we go. I'm going with the good old Tito's and pink lemonade tonight. I hope you have whatever you need, whether it be your indica or your Tito's or your beer or whatever you like to do. We hope you gather all your stuff, get a nice blankie or something. Well, claw is law for bone loads. We know that. Claw is law. You got the indica. I got what I need. I hope you got what you need. Hey, Andrew, when we have the stories every week, where do we throw them at?
The hopper.
Into hopper. That's right. And Andrew, once again, he packed the hopper with a ton of great sports stories we're going to share with you. These are all 100% Andrew sports stories he wants to share with you. These are our favorite sports stories from the past week. You ready to kick this shit, Andrew?
Yep.
All right, let's go. How about a yeah, boy, since you got that hat on sideways? I think we can't just go with a yep tonight. Now, let's get a close-up, and I'm going to say, Andrew, are we ready to do this tonight?
Yeah, boy, let's do it.
All right, yeah, boy. All right, you got your B-boy stance on. All right, if we can go to the first element, we're going to talk about the Final Four in the NCAA basketball tournament. It's finally getting down to the four. Andrew, have you been following this any? You down to the last four teams?
Sorry.
God bless you.
Yeah, it's all good. That was funny.
I'm going to be doing that a lot because I have had terrible acid reflux lately to the point where I've thrown up.
Opening day for sure. Opening day jitters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
All
right, well, Andrew, we're down to the Final Four, though, bro.
I've been so immersed with baseball that I haven't been catching up with really much any.
Yeah, it's tough. It's that time of the year. We have spring. We have baseball starting. We have the NCAA tournament wrapping up. Oh, I got to get in with the boys. Here we go. We got the NCAA tournament wrapping up. Boy. All right, Bone Loads Vital on the West Coast, our basketball analyst. I said analyst, not analyst. All right, talk about the last two games. We're down to the Final Four. We have Florida Atlantic at your San Diego State. That's Florida Atlantic at ranked 9 against number 5 San Diego State. Tell us about that, Bone Loads.
So I don't know too much about Florida Atlantic. I should probably do a little more scouting. I do know they're man. Now I got a burp. Yeah,
I didn't know burps were contagious.
Awesome players, and they're on an incredible run. I knew they were a good team. I did pick them to lose in the first round versus Memphis, but I picked it to be a close game. They only had 3 losses going into the tournament, and this is going to be an awesome matchup between San Diego State.
Did UConn end up winning, or are they up?
Yeah, no, they're in it. Yeah, that's the other game. So
okay, so. Well, I can give you the brief rundown, and you can give me some background on them. So,
updated bracket.
Sure, after you.
UConn winning it all.
Updated. I don't think that's how brackets work, Andrew. I think once you lose, bro. You can't update it and change it. I had Gonzaga going all the way.
My updated guess.
Okay, your updated guess. All right, I'll go. I'll accept that. An updated guess. All right, so we have that game. That's Florida Atlantic ranked 9 at San Diego State ranked number 5, and then we have 5th ranked Miami from Florida going against UConn that Andrew brought up. That's a 5 against a 4, Andrew. So UConn's still in the mix. They're down in the Final Four. So we'll have to see how that all plays out this weekend as the Final Four starts wrapping up.
Should we make predictions now?
Oh, the women.
All right, sure. If you want to go all right. Well, I don't have to take too much.
Know who I'm going with.
I'm guessing you're going with San Diego State in that game, huh?
Yeah, versus FAU, I'm going with San Diego State. Although FAU, man, these guys have been incredible throughout the tourney. So I think that it's going to be a really good game.
They're going to have to get past the 9 to do it. That's interesting that it's going to be a higher ranked team. They're going to 5 against the 9.
I know, yeah, we're favored. And but with the depth we got, we got
Can you
6
hear
year
me?
seniors due to COVID. Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you. There's just no. I don't think there's any stopping us. And then UConn, I think UConn, they looked really good versus Gonzaga. I predict them over Miami. And then I keep saying sorry.
That's okay. And so those games will be determined. Will ultimately determine the NCAA tournament championship game, which we played on Monday, April 3rd. So you have to watch this weekend and see who's going to advance. Go ahead, Andrew.
How is the women's UConn doing? Because the women's UConn ladies team used to be this big juggernaut powerhouse.
They still are, but they're out this year. I think they lost in the Sweet 16. Yeah, so not very un-UConn-like for the women.
Okay, well, now we got past the basketball. We wanted to cover that real quick because we got a lot of baseball and football. We got a lot of great stuff to get to. But
Go Aztecs.
All right, but cheer for his Aztecs. But right now, we are excited. We have a guest tonight, Andrew, and we're going to bring him in.
We're going to
start. I was going to give him a proper intro, but let's bring him in. This is our boy Chris Abels. Oh, he's got the hat going sideways and everything. I was going to say that he is not only the co-host of Levy Land here on the Shuley Network, he has his own show every Friday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube called Replayables. It is our guest, Chris Abels, our boy. How you doing tonight, brother?
Yeah, man. Nice to hang out with you guys. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I mean, we get to see each other every once in a while, but it's been a while since I've been on SportsHeads. So I'm happy to be here tonight, fellas. And go Aztecs. That one's for Boneloads, the West Coast coordinator. I think it's going to be the Tex and UConn. I think that's what it's going to come down to. And you guys will prevail. Scotty, I look at you as the East Coast coordinator.
Yeah. He's the East Coast correspondent. He's like Central.
Yeah. In the cornfields.
Cornfield correspondent. That's a good one. I like that.
Okay,
one.
Midwest.
Right. We got it all covered. We got Boneloads on the West Coast. We got him in the Central. We got me on the East Coast. And we got our boy Chris Abels here tonight. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yo, yeah, man. I'm glad
we
to
play
be
donkey
here, man.
ball here.
Yeah, that's right, man. Right now is an exciting time for sports, too. I mean, there's a lot going on. You got the NHL playoffs that are coming up in May. You got the NCAA ending. That's great. The Masters is coming up. So, I mean, this is like the greatest,
opening day, baby.
And opening day right around the corner. April 6th for the Tigers.
No, it started already.
Not for Detroit, though.
For the Tigers, he clarified.
Yeah, it's staggered opening days. The Baltimore Orioles played the Boston Red Sox the other day, Andrew, and we were talking during that game, and they barely escaped with the win, didn't they?
It was ugly.
Yeah, the Baltimore Orioles got a good lead up in Fenway Park, and in the late innings, they kind of let them come back, and it ended up they only won 10-9.
Ooh.
But me being a Red Sox fan, I was hoping for a little magic there, but they fell just a little bit short.
I think he was waiting to send me a message talking shit about how the Red Sox beat the Orioles, but he did send me a message going, boy, BF, that was close, bro. The Orioles almost blew it, so we had a lot of fun with that. But, hey, Andrew, in that game, a historical thing happened. As Joe pulls up element number 2, please, tell everybody the history that occurred during the Orioles-Red Sox game.
Richmond went 5 for 5 on opening day. That's like
Teddy Ruxpin.
Good guess, Bonos, but that's Adley Rutschman. He is the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles, and he made history on opening day in that he is the first catcher in Major League Baseball history to go 5 for 5 in an opening day baseball game. So that's a little interesting fact.
He is going to be an MVP of the league type star.
Yeah, he is. They brought him up last year. He's quite a hitter. He caught on like right away. This kid doesn't even act like he was ever a rookie. I mean, he's just taken to it.
He is not acting his age. Hell no.
Yeah, he went 5 for 5. That's hard enough for any hitter, much less you don't expect it out of a catcher. I mean, perfect 5 for 5. So I thought that was worth bringing up. That history occurred during the opening day of baseball. So here we're just one day into the season, and we've already had a historical moment. And that's just one of the many things we love about sports. Right, Andrew?
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy.
What could be better? He's a beaver and a catcher.
Yeah, I thought I got that from his alma mater. Yes, he was a Beaver.
Yeah, so it was bound to happen. He's bound to be legendary.
Andrew, in the next tweet story that you sent me, this story has the projected predictions of how every Major League Baseball team is going to finish. What are your thoughts on this analysis of who's going to finish where?
From what I saw yesterday with the Brewers, they're going to end up last in their division.
Oh, shit. I'm not sure why you're laughing about it, but okay.
Nah. They always lose their first game and then end up in contention. Everybody spazzes out that people lose their first game, but 50% of teams lose their first game, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's funny. I like like I said, I'm an Oriole fan, and we compete in the AL East, and we have the Yankees and the Red Sox to contend with every year. And it's funny because we'll get like a game or two ahead of them early in the season before anyone's caught on, and people will get excited around here. I'm like, don't get excited, because once the season starts and these teams get on a roll, it will kind of change during the year. Hey, I see that Stormy snuck in while I wasn't paying attention. We were talking.
Yeah.
Hello, Stormy. Hello. How you doing tonight?
Proper introduction, huh?
I'm good. Yeah, my kids had to take care of them. They don't wipe their own ass, I guess.
And neither does Andrew. That's why we're here. Hey, well, while we have Stormy here, it's a good time. Okay, well, let's finish up this article real quick, and then we'll get into some of the chats. So, Andrew, of course, they have typically the Yankees finishing in the AL East. They have with the Guardians, and then they have the Houston Astros. And then ultimately for the postseason, they have Houston Astros, and I know Bone Loads is happy about this, the San Diego Padres. So you think that's who's going to make it there, Andrew?
Yeah, baby.
I think the San Diego Padres are going to win it all and sign Shohei Ohtani next year.
Wow. They've already tied Manny Machado up with a lot of money. You think they're going to have enough money for Ohtani too?
Yep. At least 10 years, $300 million for him.
Wow. Well, we'll have to see. So we're at the beginning of opening day baseball. Hey, so now that we have Stormy here, this is a great time to let's start at the top and review some of our chats, if we can do that. I see My Lost Interest checking in. Hello, My Lost Interest. Good evening, sir. Our friend Just a Guest is here. Devin Cutmore.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
I have a photo as well, if you don't mind.
Ooh.
What do you got? Bring it up. Okay, yeah. Well, we were going to get into talking about this conversation,
Cool.
but while we can, while we have
Same
it up, this is a big weekend for Chris Abels. A big week coming up, right, Chris? So
Yeah,
this
buddy.
is we like doing the connections between sports and life, natural things. So a great story that Chris has that I know of is that Chris actually asked his future wife to marry him at a Detroit Tigers game. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Tigers in Cleveland at that time. So it was last year, man. That was actually a little bit hard to pull off. Thank you, Boombastic. It was hard to pull off because the Tigers didn't really want to put the proposal on the board because they're always afraid that stuff will go wrong. And it took a little bit of time, but they said yes. And so I was like, great, this is how we're doing it. Because the first time that I took Liz to a baseball game, it was the Tigers, of course. And she was like, that was one of the best nights ever. And so the next year I said, you know what? If I'm going to propose, it's going to be at a Tigers game.
I thought that was really cool. That's a very sports head thing to do. I thought that was very cool. So you can see right there that Chris is there doing the deed at the game. He's down on one knee or maybe both knees. He's got the ring out and he's proposing. You can see the moment of shock. So I thought that was really good. And we have another picture. We also have the proposal that was put up on the scoreboard.
That
we can
photo
show
was
that.
only taken a year ago, Chris?
That was 1 year ago, Joe, and 120 pounds lighter. So leave me alone. God damn you.
Joe loves endlessly chiding about Chris and his.
So many stabs at my weight.
So, Chris, I'm glad because we're staying on baseball, because I was actually about to ask you when the predictions, what do you think about the Tigers for this year? What's your predictions for the Tigers?
I think the Tigers are going to be fine. Here's the thing with predictions, especially early in the season. Everybody wants to say their team's going all the way. It never counts till after the All-Star break. That's
True.
when it starts counting. Your team could be kicking ass during the first part of the season, but as soon as July hits, that's what matters. If your team's winning after July, that's who's going to go.
Yeah, you don't pay attention. You don't talk shit till after the All-Star break. But I like the detail in this. So I got the sign here, and I kind of took her last name out of it. But you can see it says, "Will you marry me, Liz?" I thought that was really cool. And Chris told me like of a whole arduous kind of story process that you went through, right? Because it took you many times to convince the Detroit Tigers to put this up for you, but didn't it?
Yeah. So I was very persistent with them. I initially called them. They were like, no, we don't do proposals. We do community announcements. We do this. But they were like, no, we won't do that. And I just kept pounding them and hounding them. And eventually they said, fine, we'll do it. And so they put it up on the scoreboard. She had no idea. She had absolutely no idea this was going down. I was sitting there. This was during fourth inning. And I told her, I said, she was like, what are you reading the messages on the scoreboard? I was like, oh, because some of them are pretty cool. And then she happened to look up and she's like, that's my name. And then she never even seen the ring or anything. And then she looked over and was like, oh my God. And then it was happening. So, which was funny because when we were driving up to Detroit, she kept pointing to like billboards with rings on them and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. She had no idea this shit was going down. So
yeah, that would have fed into my paranoia because, you know, you can get easily distracted at a baseball game and be looking around and miss the notice on the sign. So did you have a good idea of when to really be looking? I guess they told you probably.
Yeah, they literally called me on the way up to the game and told me, because initially they said seventh inning and then they called me while we were in the car. I had to take that shit off speaker real quick. And I was like, oh, right. yeah. I was like, okay, man. I was like, yeah, cool. Can't wait to get to Detroit. I'll see you. I bet the guy on the other end of the phone was like, what the fuck? Because he's telling me like legit stuff like, hey, fourth inning, last message, da-da-da-da-da. He's giving me all the logistics. And I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, can't wait to get to Detroit, man. Yeah, I'll see you there. And he's on the other end of the phone going, what the fuck is this guy saying to me? So I pulled it off, man. And if she would have said no, I would have taken that ring and thrown it onto the field. Lost.
What do you got, Scott, bud?
Yes.
What's Scott doing?
I mean, it's kind of like customary, right? Yeah.
I have a question for Chris. Thanks for calling on me.
I think you got it.
Hey, Chris, who won the game?
The Tigers did, man. And actually, right after the proposal, the best shit is like immediately after she said yes. I'll send you guys a video that you guys can check out. As soon as she said yes, like the next pitch, home run. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then as we were leaving, we were parked in the garage where the players were. And so like some of the players were walking by and they were like, congrats. So I was like, that was very cool, man, because they were Cleveland players. And obviously I was decked out in Detroit shit. So
that's really cool. I thought that's a great sports story, a great life story. Cardiff Electric, my potato friend, cease and desist.
Cardiff.
Oh, Cardiff. Oh. Happy you're here, Cardiff. But this is my fucking show.
Yes.
Happy Friday, everybody. Brian Clutter, $2. Brian Clutter, Estee Lauder. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, bro, what's up?
Brian.
My lost interest, $1.99. Let's see. Money for Tums, Andrew. Another $4.99 if you puke. He might be able to accommodate that request, Lost. Yeah. Thank you, my lost interest.
You're gonna have to pay me $80 for that, sir.
Oh, now he's got price limits. $80. Okay.
I do have
got
one
a number.
Photo. Levy sent me a photo from the Chris Abel's bachelor party.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Chrissy boy. It's your last night of freedom, Mr. Sexy Man.
Oasis. That's how he really lost his shirt.
Excellent photo.
And yes, Joe, that was also 120 pounds lighter.
So we really appreciate Chris being here. I appreciate you sharing that great engagement story, and that's leading up to your this week is probably going to fly by real fast for you, right, bro? Because you have a comedy show coming up next Friday.
Yes.
You're getting married Saturday, so this week's going to fly.
Wow.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
next
yeah.
one?
Yeah. This coming not tomorrow, but next
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, man.
Cool.
Week from tomorrow, the big day happens.
It's been a while. I mean, it's been in the making since May of last year, and now it's here, man. So BF will be here. Stormy and Scott, I thought they were coming down because the show next week. So Levy was like, yes, I'll be in the wedding and stuff like that. So he's part of the party, and he was like, we need to do a comedy show.
Next big event that happens, I want to come.
Andrew and I should have done a fundraiser to where him and I could have went as a date.
You guys are totally welcome. You're totally welcome. So I mean, you guys can come in if you can make it happen. Come in. But yeah, Levy called up. And, jump on Bob's bat and fly in. Yeah, man. But he was like, well, we're gonna do this wedding, man, and Ray DeVito is gonna be here, and Anthony Zenhauser. And so he called me up and said, why aren't we doing a comedy show? And I was like, well, because I kind of got a fucking wedding going, dude. I was like, you have any idea how much shit goes into that? And he was just like, who cares? There's going to be a bunch of big comedians in town. Why aren't we doing a show? And I said, okay, we'll do a show. He's like, okay, we'll do it the night before. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. So Levy talked me into it. I didn't tell Liz until 2 days later because I was trying to figure out how to tell her. And then so 2 days later, I was like, we're doing a comedy show the night before the wedding. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we have to. And I was like, Bob and all those guys are going to be in town. Plus I know what their fees are to come and do a show. And so I had to wait a couple days to break it to her. And then she was like, okay, I guess. And I was like, it's better. It's either that or a bachelor party.
There's a lot worse you could be doing. Yeah.
You threatened her with a bachelor party so she would agree to a comedy show.
Yeah. She was like, okay, fine. I guess it's a comedy show. And so now there's a comedy show the night before, which I mean, everybody thinks that comedy shows are very easy to put on and production wise and stuff like that. They're not. Yeah. There's a lot of shit that goes in behind it. And so, I mean, I've been watching the ticket sales on the comedy show, and I've been dealing with vendors for the wedding and all that shit. So I'm just like, great, man. I told Liz, I said, 3 days to chaos. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, in 3 freaking days, my life is chaos. I was like, until Saturday. I can't wait till it's over at this point. Just so I can get back to shit. But BF's going to be hosting the show and stuff like that. He's going to be So I mean, if you make it in Bone Loads, you can host, jump on and host the show and stuff like that, because it'll be fun, man. BF's going to be coming out introducing some of the comics and shit like that. This is going to be, I know a lot of people on Shuley Network and shit like that have been making fun of the show. This show is going to be fucking amazing. I mean, it is going to be absolutely amazing. The venue holds 250 people. Ticket sales are fucking going out the door like crazy. And it's going to be a party. I mean, how could they not? I mean, we got a little Asian boy that says bro. Yeah. we got a little Asian boy. We almost did have a little Asian boy. Rob Salt was going to come.
That would have been cool. Why not? Yeah.
He backed out. So he backed out at the last second. So
well, I'm really excited for you and Liz. Yes, Joe, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say he's thinking about this bachelor party.
I could be the best man in backup if Rob Saul backed out.
He thinks Rob Saul's your best man.
So Andrew, I'd let you be the best man if you'd let me ride your lap, going down the aisle. Like you could deliver me.
You give him away.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
Well, I'm real excited about that. Even though I know she probably didn't have much say in it because of Levy, she's a keeper if she's really going for this comedy show the night before a wedding, because there are many people that I've brought up to the comedy show the night before the wedding, and they're like, what did the bride think about that? Because that's what everybody What does the bride? So that I'm glad that you answered that question. So that was really good.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And then like a day later, she was like, "Okay, I get it. I totally understand." So, but that's also why I'm marrying her, because she always tells me, "I totally understand." Initially, she might be like, "What? Are you nuts?" And then, okay, I understand.
All right, that's great. All right, well, we really appreciate you being here tonight in light of everything you have going on, and in light of the fact that at 9 p.m. tonight, after Sports Heads, you can catch out Chris doing his live show Replayables. He's going to scoot over there and do that. So we have him for about another half hour. So we're going to kick a couple more sports stars. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, let's do this. All right.
Twitter and everything.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. This is awesome.
The one of your brothers was, I think that was your brothers, right?
Which one?
A couple episodes ago, your brothers, I think, was with you.
Oh
That
yeah,
was so cool. Dude,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
fun.
That was
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Bone
That was
Loads.
a good
Yeah,
one.
thanks, Scotty. Yeah, my brothers were actually in town because we were getting fitted for the suits and stuff like that. So they came down from Michigan, and I said, "I've got a show tonight. You guys jump on?" And they were like, "Hell yeah, man!" And they're always in the chat every Friday and stuff like that. So that was one of our best shows, man.
Yeah.
The views
They were
were
having
through
a
the
blast.
roof.
You guys laughed
So-
Yeah,
and
they
made
were
me laugh
cool,
even
dude.
more.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
fun.
Contagious.
that-
I really like them.
That was
So
a
I just
blast.
glazed over it quickly because I'm familiar with Replayables. But Chris, tell everybody who's not familiar at 9:00 tonight, what's Replayables all about? Tell them about your show.
Replayables is basically a show, man, where people throughout the week have always said, you know how you guys trade text messages and messages and stuff like that, and usually you're sending your friends like crazy ass clips that you've seen and stuff like that. So people send me those crazy clips all during the week, and I was like, man, might as well do a show about this. So essentially, it's along the lines of like Fantasy Factory with Rob Deerdick or whatever. But I didn't take his idea. I'm just we're taking the clips that people are sending us each and every week. We string them together and we do a show, and it's called Replayables because all we're doing is replaying these clips that people are sending us. And so it was just a name on like a wordplay on the name, and the show's been good, man, because it's all good fun. So there's no hatred on my show. There's no battles, stuff like that. So this is a show that people can check in on like Friday nights at the end of their week. Yeah, but like my boy KB.
Clip it.
Yeah, clip it. So you can check in and just kick back and watch a bunch of hilarious clips. And the chat is always been one of my favorite things, even on Levy Land or even Sports Heads. The chat is always one of my favorite things to read. So the chat is actually a part of the show because everybody that's in the chat contributes to the show, and that's what makes the show, man. So they make the show fun and easy to do. This will be the last Replayables though for 2 weeks because obviously next week Levy's got me doing a comedy show the night before a wedding. And then the following week I'll be out of town. So this will be our last live show for 2 weeks.
Off to the honeymoon.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good.
Nice.
So we hope you enjoy that.
Wheels.
We hope you enjoy yourself tonight with your last one. And that's a great description. It's a great hang. If anybody's ever experienced it, Chris will like be drinking the Modelo's. And Scott was talking about, it was a lot of great energy. He had his brothers on and they were watching the videos and laughing together. And Chris has such a great infectious laugh and he's a great dude. And it's just a great time on a Friday night. If you want to just sit at your house and not worry about driving anywhere or worried about dealing with any people, you just chill out in front of your computer and sit back and laugh your ass off and count Modelo's with Chris.
That's right, brother. Thank you,
That's
man.
a great time. That's a great time.
I gotta,
Thank you.
Yes,
too.
Andrew.
The entertainment comes.
I gotta talk to one of you guys about having a show here in Wisconsin because it looks like I'm gonna be here up to another year.
Oh shit. Okay. What part of Wisconsin are you in, Andrew?
West Bend.
Oh, okay. So close
West
to
Bend
Madison.
over. All right. If we could, Joe, I'm going to ask you to go to element number 5, please. We're going to continue with some Major League Baseball here, Andrew. We have a story here about a cool thing. Actually, let's go back one. That's one before that. I think it says rookie patch, rookie Major League patch. One before that.
Ooh. Interesting.
You saw my retweet, so you put it in the.
All right. Well, let's talk about this story right here. And
Sergio Romo is one of the most underrated.
Hang on, Andrew. Let me get right on the story. If you can find element number 5, Joe, we can get back on course. Okay, yeah, if we could start that from the beginning. Andrew, they're going to do something interesting this year. We can start that video over. I'll set it up, and then we can start over. Andrew, they're going to start including this new patch on Major League rookies this year, and they're going to do something really neat with it.
Long
And
overdue, in my opinion.
they're going to show you something, how they're going to acknowledge rookies, and they're going to make it fun to collect baseball cards again. Go ahead and roll that, please, Joe.
Long overdue.
You spend your whole career trying to get to day one.
Center fielder Mike Trout, his major league debut tonight.
That first moment when you step onto the field and you start your major league career.
Judge hits one to center field and deep. See ya! A monster home run!
It's a moment that you'll never forget.
That debut day, there's nothing like it. It's really a cause for great celebration.
For baseball cards to be at the center of that big moment in somebody's career, that's important for our products and that's important for our collectors. So we've created this debut patch, and every player that steps on the field for the first time will have an MLB debut patch on his arm. And we will take that patch and we will put it in a trading card. And that card will be the ultimate rookie card.
Everything Fanatics is doing what's best for the sports fan. What's better than having a one-on-one card from the uniform that a player wore in their first game? I mean, this is owning part of history.
Topps has been a great partner to baseball for decades, and I think this particular initiative is
long
to the development of engagement.
It's an opportunity to draw our fans closer and be a part of an experience that is only going to happen one time.
We believe that this is the most innovative product announcement in trading cards in at least a generation. A patch made for the moment, a patch made for collectors, and it's going to change the game forever.
So there you go, Andrew. So what's your thoughts? I know you couldn't quite contain yourself, so go ahead and speak, brother.
Overdue city. Why didn't they do this fucking 20 years ago?
Because going without a patch 15, 20 years ago was trendy. So now the patches are coming back. So are the landing strips and the bushes.
There you go, Andrew. You know what he meant. Yeah,
I like them shaved though.
Nice. I know you do. I see your Twitter.
What do you? Hey, so I think it's kind of a interesting thing they're doing. Because I think baseball card collecting has grown stale over the years. It's kind of, you can just go to a warehouse and buy the whole year up, and that's kind of it.
I did collect them at one time, but then I stopped because it's not fun anymore.
Right. What killed baseball card collecting was amazing when there was like 2 or 3 or 4 brands. And then they tried to go to 20 different brands, 20 different subsets. It became too much to collect. You could not collect every set that was coming out that year. And not only did it become too much to collect, they started jacking the price up. I think this patch is bullshit. This is just a way for them to sell you a pack of cards for like $25 for a chance to find a patch. But you're not going to find a patch, and everybody knows this is a life lesson. You only find a patch if you spend a bunch of money. So that's the only way to find a patch. And if you look at the 2 guys that are pushing this the hardest, it's the CEOs of Fanatics, which are wanting to sell the hats and stuff
they're
like
merch
that.
companies.
So, yeah, exactly.
Scott, you seem like you had an opinion about this.
I forgot.
Nice.
Try to think, but nothing happened.
Oh,
okay.
if I understand right, they cut the uniform in pieces. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
So what part of the uniform would you want? What part of the uniform would you want, Andrew? The crotch? Am I thinking?
Whoa.
The crotch.
Whoa.
More like the ass.
Oh, the ass. Yeah,
I'm an ass man.
All right.
Hired lingerie football jersey.
I must be an ass man because my father always used to say, "You're an ass man." Go Rodney joke. You're an ass man. All right. Well, I agree with Chris. I think that's kind of just a ploy to try to sell the more baseball cards. You're not going to get too many of them probably out there, but I think it became too easy between the internet and the warehouse clubs and Walmart to just go out and buy the whole year up at a time, and it took all the fun. To me, all the fun was going out and buying the pack and trying to get that one card you wanted and eating all that nasty ass gum. That was part of the fun of it for me.
Yeah, man. So now it'll be the patch, and then next year it'll be like, okay, that didn't work. So this year you can get the rookie's pubes. We're gonna put them right in the card. So
you get DNA. That's right. Yeah. You get actual DNA of your favorite baseball players. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be it.
I got 23 tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's 23andMe night at the ballpark.
And the next year it'll be their semen.
Of course, Andrew had to go there, didn't he?
Those cards will be bottoms, so now you can collect tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
Everybody with the one-liners tonight. Okay, that's cool.
Get 'em.
All right, now we're going to get into this next story about. You sent me a story in element number 6, Andrew, about a player who's going to retire, Sergio Romo. Tell everybody about this story.
Sergio Romo is the most underrated. One of the most underrated relievers in the game. He is a 3-time or 2-time World Series champion. Big contributor in the World Series teams. I think he saved a couple of games. So,
So he's about to retire, and in this tweet that we're going to roll the video on, it says that Sergio Romo makes one final relief appearance. So this is kind of him just soaking it in for his final relief appearance from the bullpen. If we can roll that, please.
Did I sum that up pretty good?
Excellent, Andrew.
Everybody on your feet.
Great fans there in San Fran.
Your attention, please. Now
Have you ever been to Oracle?
Yeah, it's so fun. It was crazy too. Like you're just walking down a street, and then it just kind of drops off into the water out there. I
like the walk-up music I'm hearing in the background.
I know, right?
It's 7th inning siesta, folks. Hey, welcome to the game. It's 7th inning siesta. We're going to bring in the pitcher.
I know it's weird the songs they choose, and they have to have it for the whole year. You better choose a really cool song, Imagine someone having Free Bird. It's
yeah, right.
The whole time.
So it's kind of interesting when you watch a video like this and knowing that this guy's last appearance coming out of the bullpen. Andrew sent this to me, and I thought it was a pretty good story. I know Andrew's a big baseball fan, and he wanted to share it with everybody.
And I'm not just one of those people that follow one team. I'm a ridiculous baseball buff. And I'm like, people are like, how the fuck do you wrap your head around all this baseball club?
Because you're the human sports ticker, Andrew Flora. And that's why we're here, and we're doing SportsHeads, episode 9 here on the Shuley Network.
Always loved baseball.
America's pastime.
From 9 years old till now. It's I care about the other sports, but baseball is just different.
It's different, huh? That's good.
Seems to be
all right, well,
too, because
in our next story.
Go ahead. My bad. Sorry.
That's okay. In our next story, Bryce Harper says he believes he can play until when, Andrew? Talk about Bryce Harper.
Woo.
45.
How old is he now? 32?
So for those of you who can't read the small print, I'll read it. It says, I absolutely love playing for Philadelphia Phillies, Harper says. I can't explain to you how much I love it and how much I enjoy it. I really can't. I want to play here until I'm 45 years old, and I really believe that I can. Thank you for that. So he was a free agent from the Washington Nationals, and now he's with the Phillies. Andrew, you think he can play that long until he's 45?
If he's a designated hitter, hell yes.
Good point.
He's an
And then
asshole.
you.
He is, man. So
Yeah, he was kind of cocky when he kind of left Washington, wasn't he, Chris?
Oh yeah. The entire time he was with Washington, he was an asshole. Right before they brought him up, he was playing minor league. I think he might have been in Frederick, Maryland, playing down there, and he was an asshole then, and he's still an asshole. And so he might play till he's 45, but he's always going to be an asshole.
Did he like big league you? Did you like try to say what's up, and he was just like screw you, dude?
No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't me. It was people that I was at the game, but I seen people trying to talk to him and stuff like that. And he was being a dick to him, and I was just like, wow, fuck that guy. So
yeah, like you're in the minors, dude. You're not even like pro.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, he knew he was getting called up. He knew, like it was,
I was crushing it, dude. Yeah, like, I was like a home run game.
He wasn't in the minors very long, and so like he knew he was getting called up, and but I mean, people were trying to talk to him, and he was just a real asshole to him. So I was just like, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah,
so,
I that.
But I mean, and then he went to Washington, and he was like, "Oh, I love being in Washington. I could play here forever." And then he leaves and goes to Philadelphia. So,
and that's why I asked that, because like a lot of people thought that he was going to be a Washington National for his career, and then he went off to the Phillies, and now he's kind of have the same vibe and saying the same kind of thing. So that's kind of why I was wondering if anybody actually believed. I personally don't believe he's going to be a Philly or play until he's 45 years old myself.
He might play till he's 45, but there's no way he'll stay in Philly like he's saying.
Yeah.
So he'll end up somewhere else. Somebody else will pick him up to be their DH.
It's weird. He was the phenom.
Yeah. At one point. So, but problem being the phenom
Now
is
he's old.
you're always replaced.
He just had Tommy John surgery, so can his arm hold up?
Well, they normally hold up pretty good, Andrew. Hey, Stormy, I see some chat, a lot of activity in the chat. Anything that catches your attention in particular?
Well, my lost interest has a take on what he thinks Andrew's brain is like.
Yeah.
Oh
my lost interest, yes. $1.99. Kevin needs to get that. Andrew's brain, 50% porn of sports, 50% porn. Thank you, my lost interest, $1.99.
I mean, that's pretty much all guys, right?
Clip it.
Clip it. I've eaten a few, and it's hard like a rock. Oh yeah, that gum. That gum. Yeah. At some point, you don't know if you're chewing on the gum or the card. I think I've accidentally chewed on the cards a couple times.
Yeah, I might have been John Mattingly's foot at one time.
I'm not the only one that's accidentally ever eaten baseball card gum or the card themselves. Let me see. Stephen Bull, our friend, says, I think everyone should have to wear chaps. Assless chaps, Stephen? Good
rookies.
idea.
The rookies, they should have.
Hey, we have a new friend, Key Value. They're the sports heads. That's right. Welcome, Key Value. Welcome to all our friends in the sports heads. We hope you're enjoying the show tonight. All right. Stormy will keep us abreast of any interesting super chats going on in chats. All right, we're going to shift to football, Andrew, with the first football story you sent me. This story is about Aaron Rodgers' deal not quite being done yet. Talk about that, Andrew.
I'm actually amazed it's not been done yet, because Packers are petty pussies and they don't want to get him off their roster. I would do anything in my power to get this assless chap pussy off the roster.
Assless chap pussy.
There's that 50%.
But
I think they're waiting till draft day, because it's kind of like New Year's. Like women probably wouldn't do something they would do something they normally wouldn't. I think teams get like that on draft day too. They get kind of trade horny. You know?
The guy on the left looks like Ray DeVito.
Ray DeVito. Our boy Ray DeVito. He's had an interesting week, huh, Chris?
Yeah, he has, man. So
that does sort of look like discount Ray DeVito, doesn't
it? You know what, Joe? That looks like Ray DeVito 120 pounds ago.
Oh, shit. I got one. Right, Ray DeVito, if ordered off of wish.com. How about that? Poor Ray. He's taking shots all week, boy. He's had a hell of a week.
I love him. He's a great guy, man.
It's been an interesting...
Love him.
That's right. We will see Ray next week at the comedy show and the wedding. But
Joe,
our second best guest.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Hopefully, if you didn't catch that, you can catch some replays of that on the Shuley Network when Ray DeVito interviewed Aaron Imholt from Steel Toe, or actually Joe did. Hell of a job, Joe. Joe stepped in. And
I thought Rodgers was retiring.
you can take that one down, please, Joe.
I thought he was retiring.
Well, so that we talked about this in previous episodes, Chris. We thought that this, he's played enough. He's won one Super Bowl. We thought this might be it for him. And I think he was thinking that way too until he went into his room of darkness. And then he heard through channels that the Packers were going to move on without him. And it seems like it lit a fire under his ass. And now he kind of wants to, I think he wants to play this year for spite. If that's my personal opinion. And I thought they had the deal, everything but done, but it does seem like they're going to drag it out till draft day. But the window, I think, is very small, Chris. I think they have to win this year. I'm not sure if he's going to play past this year. Do you see him playing more than 1 year with the Jets?
No, I do not. I think he's going to follow pansy-ass Brett Favre's footsteps and play with the Vikings.
You got a different definition of pansy ass than I do, bro, because there's some tough dudes. But I get what you're saying. They were kind of wishy-washy about, at the end of their career, about who they were going to play. But I'll throw that around to Chris. Chris, do you think that Aaron Rodgers has more than 1 year left in him with the Jets if he plays with the Jets?
If he talks to Brett Favre's probably saying, just retire and join my Ponzi scheme. And we're good. And so, I mean.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I mean, he is a Green Bay Packer.
Thank you, Joe.
So I think that could happen. Who knows though? I mean, if he went into this dark room and he's like, you know what, I need to play 1 more year because I just read Bryce Harper's tweet and he's going to play till he's 45. So I'm going to go 1 more year in football. I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to fail. And then he's going to join Brett Favre's Ponzi scheme.
Have no other choice. Yeah. Andrew and I talked. Go ahead, Andrew. I think you're getting ready to say something, bro. Speak.
What do you think their record is going to be?
I'm ripping people off 10-0.
Ripping people off.
Yeah. So
which team? Jets or Packers?
Predictions of the Jets record.
Just don't send pictures of your junk to the hot sports report.
7.
You think they're still only going to get 7 wins with a couple of the pieces they've added? Allen Lazard. They're probably going to get Aaron Rodgers, and you're still predicting only 7 wins, Andrew?
Their defense isn't that good. Even with Sauce Gardner, their defense sucks donkey balls. They are not good enough to protect Aaron Rodgers. Oh, here's what I predict. He's not going to even make it through the year because he's going to break his damn leg because the protection's so bad.
Wow. So, yeah, if he don't get the ball out fast, he might have offensive line problems this year. Boneheads, I'll throw the question in you. Aaron Rodgers, the Jets they're resisting giving up, I hear, their 13th overall pick. The Packers want that 13th overall pick. If they do give that up or not, do you think Aaron Rodgers can play more than 1 year with the Jets?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially depending on how things go. They look really good and they're just clicking on all cylinders and he's having fun. I think having fun is probably a big intangible, so yeah, I think if he's having fun and he really likes the young guys, and he feels like they're progressing to his standards, then heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Like he don't have the money. He doesn't have the retirement money waiting for him like a Tom Brady did, but I can see a scenario where he's an older guy. And if Andrew's correct, that offensive line is going to break down for him. And if he might take the ass beating, it might be enough to make him go, you know what? I thought I had a couple years in me, but I don't know if I can take another year of this ass whooping, but it'll be interesting to see if the trade even happens by draft day.
But yeah, give up the 13th pick. If I'm the Jets, gone.
Bye.
They're not going to do good anyways.
Yeah, without a quarterback.
Yeah, in the draft. Yeah, exactly, man. Everybody's wondering, Scotty, can we get a sign of life?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Is he froze? Oh,
there he is. Welcome to the SportsHeads Show.
Now, no. Scott, like you notice, Chris, Scott like just bumped Ray out of his room and took over Ray's room. You noticed that, right?
Oh, he did. You know why? Because Ray's in Tusla or whatever.
That's right. He's in Tusla. Exactly.
Yeah, he's in Tusla. So I noticed that, Scotty.
So Scott's in there in the meantime.
Nice. Good job, Scott.
It's a grown man's room now.
He's even got Ray's mic. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Just slid right in, dude.
Scott, what's in that drawer back there? Any of Ray's drawers?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Chris. Well, sometimes we like to see how curious people are. Scott has all kind of random items in that drawer. We never know what he has, and want to see if we can get some super chat love up. We might have to play a little bit of what's in Scott's drawer later on.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get you out of here in a couple minutes. We're gonna do another story or two, and then we're gonna get you out of here, bro.
Okay, cool, man.
So let's move on from Aaron Rodgers to Lamar Jackson, Andrew. Tweet was released this week. Talk about what happened this week.
He publicly asked for a trade on my birthday.
That's the short version of it.
Yeah, so trade your birthday, Andrew?
Like,
he wants to trade birthdays with you. Is that what you meant?
He publicly asked for a trade.
Yeah,
publicly asked Andrew to trade birthdays. Okay.
Let's do it, Andrew.
So for those of you who are following this NFL Lamar Jackson saga, he is the unsigned potentially free agent quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. They won't meet his salary demands. He wants guaranteed money that's comparable to Deshaun Watson, who was signed for what I say is way too much money in Cleveland.
He's about those massages.
Yeah, he's like, I want a couple $1 million and then massages too.
Yeah.
They're like, no, Lamar, that's illegal, highly illegal. We can't give
me
you
an extra $3 million and 4 fingers.
No, can't put reach arounds in your contract. That doesn't happen. No reach arounds in the contract.
Moral
All right.
laws.
So, briefly, we'll go over quickly. Lamar is representing himself, so I think that's making things more complicated than they need to be. I think he's trying to light a fire under these negotiations. So he released this tweet just this past Monday, talking about a trade that he requested on the 2nd, and I'll read this tweet to you right now. This is from Lamar Jackson. It says, in regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team. So what do you think about that statement, Andrew, in this situation?
He doesn't want anything to do with friggin' Baltimore.
Well, I find that the phrase in this semi well worded tweet very interesting, in that it says the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Hey, Chris, do you think that the Baltimore Ravens should pay Lamar Jackson money comparable to what Deshaun got in Cleveland, Deshaun Watson?
No, and I'll tell you what, man, he is screwing up big time by putting that tweet out there.
You can take that down, please.
The only thing he can do is go to the Ravens and say, my girlfriend took my phone and tweeted that while I was sleeping. He is about to Ocho Cinco himself. Ocho Cinco thought that he was more valuable than he is. And you'll find out with NFL teams, you're not that valuable. You can be replaced. And he's going to end up shooting himself in the foot doing that shit. And he's shooting himself in the foot by trying to represent himself. So you can't rep yourself against the NFL.
Yeah,
that's where he went to college. That was the worst worded sentence I've ever seen.
Well, he went to college, but he didn't actually have to show up for class. Yeah.
I was trying to read it in his style, Joe.
Oh, you nailed it.
I had to read it twice the first time I read it. I thought I was doing something wrong cognitively.
Here's what I think. His style of play is not going to last 10 years.
No.
So they asked Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, and other NFL owners, I believe it was Robert Kraft, why they haven't moved on Lamar Jackson yet. So the Arthur Blank said what you said, Andrew. He said that he's a good player, but I don't know that the league won't catch up to the way he plays, and he has missed 5 and 6 games the last 2 seasons. So he feels the way that you do.
Good point. The durability, the style of play. I mean, he is a former MVP and he's young, but I think the cons are too much of a turnoff to teams to give him that, big MVP, give him the MVP type money.
Yeah, how are you going to miss a third of the season and want that?
You
money?
can't.
I think
you can't.
I think he's not going to even play it down in the NFL this year.
You never know. I mean,
yeah, good point.
They put the franchise tag on him, and no team has stepped up yet with an offer that the Ravens could match or ask them for 2 draft picks yet. So the league is kind of setting his value by not basically signing him. Hey, let's take a minute right here. And Chris, I want you to do any last minute plugs you want to do, and I'm going to get you out of here, bro. Let's thank our guest Chris Abels for joining us tonight. Chris, any plugs? Tell us where you're going to be, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. Eventbrite.com, Masters of Comedy, going down April 7th. Bob Levy, Ray DeVito, Anthony Zinhauser, myself, BF, you'll be guest hosting. And there's going to be several guests that pop in on that show, man. It's going to be amazing. Levy Land on the Shuley Network. And I'm jumping off of here so I can jump onto Replayables at 9 p.m., man. So just go to YouTube, Replayables. Jumping on the show, and love you guys, man. Thank you guys for having me on. And Andrew, it's always good seeing you. Boneload, Stormy, Scotty, and BF, man. I love you guys, man. And I will see you soon. And Joe, thank you, man, for motivating me to get back into the gym, brother. So thank you.
I love you, Chris Abels.
I'll see you guys later, man.
We appreciate Chris Abels for joining us. Thank you, bro.
You're the best, man.
You can catch him at 9:00 tonight, live, Replayables. Go have some drinks, watch some funny videos, and throw some chats. And Chris reads almost every chat that comes his way. It's a great time. We really appreciate our bro, Chris Abels, for joining us.
He reads every chat?
Yes, sir.
Say that again?
He reads every chat?
Almost. You'd be amazed. If you ever watch the show, I think Stormy and Scott might concur with me, and they might agree, too. Yes, he does.
Quite a bit of them.
Okay. What's that, Stormy?
He reads quite a bit of them.
I'm amazed, Joe, for the amount of alcohol he's drinking and the amount of tweets that chats that he gets. He does keep up with a lot of them. Hey, our friend Mr. Richard Kish is here. Yeah.
Kish.
Let me just say hello to Mr. Richard Kish.
Yeah,
sorry,
shout out
folks,
Kish.
late to the show. You guys rule. Clip it. Key value. Follow Brett Favre's footsteps and pay the rest of his mortgage with Wrangler ads. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I remember one time on ESPN, it was so funny. They were like, the guys in the Wrangler commercial are playing better defense. It was when Favre was playing for the Jets.
Yep. Easy joke to make when you do those ads, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we got any other our friends checking in the chat, Stormy? Anything catch your eye?
Let's see. Well, homie Don't Play That was here. She said, great job to Chris.
Homie Don't Play That.
I've enjoyed watching Andrew's hat travel around his head.
Yeah, we can tell what day of the week it is or tell what the time by it. It's like he's got a sundial hat on or something, bro. I like it.
I love it.
All
That's
right.
cool.
Funny.
Yeah.
Joe's concocting an idea right now.
Joe is our boy. All right. So talking about the Lamar Jackson situation and being signed or being a free agent
I
or
don't
not.
think he's going to play this year. I really don't.
Okay. All right. Well, Andrew, I'll let you expand. Okay.
Going to want to pay him what he wants to be paid. Nope. Because no one's going to want to take the risk. And he's going to end up sitting out like a little bitch that he is. He's a good player, but man, he's dick awful.
Yeah, I think money and ego are clouding his mind right now, and he's not making a lot of good sense of everything. But Andrew, in talking about the Lamar Jackson potential trade, this is an interesting quagmire in that. Did you see this? You see this Meek Mills tweet, Andrew? I'll read it for those of you who can't say it. It says, Robert Kraft says Meek Mill texted him that Lamar Jackson wants to play for the Patriots. What would you think about that, Andrew?
Lie.
You don't think
Bill Belichick wouldn't put up with his shit, so it wouldn't work.
So I saw a counter tweet that came out after that. Former Patriot Asante Samuel, he was a defensive player. He tweeted right at Lamar, and he says, trust me, bro, you don't want to play for Bill Belichick. And I was like, damn, he's like just come out of nowhere. Did you see that, Bone Loads?
Really? No, I didn't.
Yeah, Asante Samuel said, trust me, bro, you don't want to play for Bill Belichick.
Not even
Enjoy
worth the frickin'
playing in the CFL. Lamar, my lost interest says. What do you think of that, Andrew? In light,
That's what Brady left right there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he put up with a lot of years of Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick is the sole reason why Brady left.
Well, it took him long enough.
100%.
Cool. So what do you think in light of we have these free agency rules in football and you're not supposed to tamper. They have tampering rules. How do you think that this works or this fits in with tampering rules? That, okay, agents can't talk to each other, but can you tell your famous hip hop star rapper friend who happens to be friends with Robert Kraft because Robert Kraft was instrumental in getting him released from jail that your friend Lamar Jackson wants to play for your team? Do you think that's a violation of the tampering rules, Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah.
And punishable by jail time.
Oh, shit. I'm going to jail. Hey, that's Kathy Linder, $5. She happens to be my sister that I love. Thank you. And she says $5, enjoying your show. Thank you, big sister, Kathy Linder. Love you.
Who's going to jail? Meek Mill?
Say that again, Bones?
Who's going to jail? Who would be?
Fine
Who would be
or
going?
jail. That is tampering, in my opinion, and that should be fine or suspension from the league.
For both parties involved, Meek Mill and Robert Kraft?
Prove
Or
it.
just one or
Prove
the
it.
other?
Who initiates the conversation?
Okay. Is it really
The
tampering? I mean, he's able to negotiate with anyone.
I would be curious to see what the letter of the NFL rule is, Boneloads, and that how far can
Yeah.
this go? Because you know that team executives and agents can't talk to each other, but I don't know in the wording how far it goes. Like, are you familiar that Robert Kraft was instrumental in getting Meek Mill out of jail, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they're friends.
They're close. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's friends with Lamar Jackson as well. And so he relayed this story.
Wait.
So do you think that is kind of
that could be
tampering?
a little colluding.
Give me
Yeah,
the-
that could be a little inside.
Give me the backstory of this whole shit. I don't know.
I can see that. Yeah, that's a little kind of insider trading type of collusion.
Well, that's kind of what I was just doing, Andrew. That Meek Mill is a rap star. He was in jail for a long period of time. A lot of people thought that he was unjustly incarcerated. There was a big movement to get him out of jail early. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, got involved and got Meek Mill out of jail early, and in fact was seen like landing in an airport on his plane. So now they're close friends because of this. He happens to be friends with Lamar Jackson, also Meek Mill, and he relayed this story apparently that Robert Kraft and Lamar, there might be a connection there. And so I was just wondering what you guys thought, if that was like tampering or collusion or anything like that.
A little, but
Is
nothing
Meek
serious.
Mill's quarterback or rapper?
He's a rapper.
Rapper,
Yeah.
but he makes quarterback money.
But we've known like all these years, like, because what happens on free agency day? As soon as free agency hits, dudes like sign like that. And so to me, that's like an indication that there's some there's some knowledge of a deal that went on, So we know this kind of stuff goes on. I just wonder where the absolute line is. So I just want to talk about
Great
that a
point.
little bit.
That's a great point, BF. Yeah, like it's happening, dude. Let's not act like it's
Loophole.
not, right?
I see it. Yes, loopholes, Scott. You're right. Brian Clauder, our friend Brian Clauder, best sports show on the internet. Thank you. Our great clip it and click it, Kevin. We should play that clip of what Kevin said about this show the other day, right, Stormy?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was funny. Let's see. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Andrew, there's an update on Demar Hamlin's status. You sent me a tweet. We're going to show it, and you speak about it, please, brother. In our element number 11.
25
was.
years old.
Said that sexy.
Yeah, it was. Don't get sexy on us, Andrew. 25 years old. So give us the update, Andrew. Tell us what we're seeing here in this tweet that you sent me about Demar Hamlin.
The man looks in great shape.
Ooh. Well, I don't want to hear about your sex life. I want to know about this story. There you go. See?
The man
we got Chris in there. We got Bob. That's a great picture.
man looks
and Ray. There's Ray. Every time I see it, I see somebody I didn't see before. It's going to be a hoot. We're going to sing Champagne Supernova on karaoke. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. So, yes, Demar Hamlin, this is the young man that fell of a heart attack, a sudden heart attack from the direct hit he took in the chest in the football game earlier this season. And this is part of his recovery. And I know Andrew is a big spiritual man, and he's He's a fan of these guys getting back to good health, and he shared this tweet. So I figured I'd share that with you. Right, Andrew?
He is doing a wonderful job. He's in great shape.
That's cool. All right, Andrew, and our next story.
You imagine what it's going to be like for him. What go through his.
Go ahead, bro. He goes up.
Imagine what it'll be like for him. What it'll go through his mind to the first hit that he takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There
was a wrestler that. There was a wrestler that came back after like a 10-month injury the other night, Scott, and he got dropped on his neck almost right away. And I'm thinking that would be going through my mind too. Adam Cole, that's right, Andrew. Yes, Adam Cole.
I was watching that match like,
and he got dropped on his neck like right away. Hey, my lost interest, $1.99. Andrew's new OnlyFans account, Head for Sport. My lost interest, $1.99. It's got your screen name and everything. Head for Sport. It's a trade-off.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Brian Clowder says, boom. I see that.
Damn.
I see. I did that by 25. I see them in a lot of chats. Hello. Andrew, you sent me the tweet about happy March 28th, 328 day. Tell everybody what's so funny about 328.
The day that changed football as we know it. The biggest comeback in Super Bowl history.
Yes, so for those of you who may not be familiar, this is a score from Super Bowl. I don't remember exactly which one from a few years back, where the Atlanta Falcons were quite handily beating the Tom Brady New England Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.
This is weird because that is the year that my grandpa passed away. So
I know so for the background on that, your grandpa was a big New England Patriots fan, and he instilled his love of the Patriots in you, right, Andrew?
So
you see this somewhat as a kind of a miracle. So I'll set this up for people. This was the score. Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons were handily beating, you can see by this score, the Tom Brady-led New England Patriots 28-3 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. All they had to do was finish that quarter and make it through the fourth quarter, and Matt Ryan would have been a Super Bowl champion. But what happened, Andrew?
Brady and the Patriots stormed back and won.
That's right. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Tom Brady did a Tom Brady thing, and he won. I think they scored, was it, how many, 31 unanswered points, I think, or something? And basically, they overcame that deficit. Everyone thought for sure that this was it. The Patriots were done.
I just about turned it off. I remember I was like, I'm done watching this.
Right. So you think it was kind of your grandfather's spirit that kind of created a little miracle for you, Andrew, with that?
I hate bringing that into that, but maybe.
Ka-chunk, baby. We'll say ka-chunk, baby on that, and we'll get on to the next story. Okay. Ka-chunk, indeed. Ka-chunk. All right, we hope you have a good time.
What's this all about? Scotty?
Oh, Scotty picking it out tonight. What you got, bro? Gonna do some Wayne's World?
Twilight Zone.
All right.
Andrew said it was weird.
Scotty.
And trippy.
Scotty's handy at playing the guitar. Get some riffs in here every now and then out of Scotty. Scotty's multi-talented with the props. We still got to reach in the drawer yet. All right. Let's see. Did that one. All right, Andrew, the next story that you sent me was about the potential sale of the Washington Commanders. Tell everybody the update on that.
As you know, the owner of the Washington Commanders is a total douchebag.
That's one thing we can all agree on.
Dan Snyder.
He sucks.
The league has been trying to force him out for years, Andrew. So this tweet says, it's from Adam Schefter. It says, if accepted, this deal would break the previous record sale of a franchise set last August when a group led by Walmart heir Rob Walton bought the Denver Broncos for $4.65 million. Dan Schneider has asked $6 million even. Billions with a B. Yes, billions. So, and I see people ask the question, how can the Washington Commanders, who are not seen as a better team, be worth that much more money than the Denver Broncos? What do you think about that valuation, Andrew?
They're worth less.
They're worth less.
Yeah, I feel that too. I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, Bones?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe inflation. Like, I don't know how the valuation just skyrocketed like that.
Well, they have to get the banks to agree to it, but I'm sure that being an owner, if I had an asset in a league, I would want it to be worth more potentially by the time I sold it. So I don't know if they're artificially inflating the value of these franchises or not. But
so you think instead of lowballing, he's highballing?
Maybe. What do you think, Scott?
I can see that. Yeah.
Scott, I know that you're a Denver Broncos fan, and the Walmart family bought them recently, and you've had coaches going through there. So what do you think about this sale?
I'll be truthful with you guys. I wasn't really paying much attention because I just noticed my microphone.
Do you like
is
Walmart?
making some sort of weird. If I'm holding it, it makes some sort of weird staticky.
Yeah, bro.
Put it down.
Very much, like if I hold mine too, they can be very sensitive. They'll have to get you set up with a stationary thing. But I know you're a Denver Broncos fan, and
right.
They just the Bolden family finally sold the team after all those years. I know John Elway owned a percentage of the team for a while too. Hey, Stormy, I see you, Tiff. I see some super chats in. What we got tonight?
Tiff.
You want to read that one, Stormy?
Caitlin Clark putting on a clinic in 15 minutes.
Tiff, $2.99. Thank you. I know Tiff is a big basketball fan.
Is that a college, women's college maybe, or?
Yeah, I can't say I knew her reference there. Caitlin Clark. I'm not familiar with that name.
Iowa.
Yeah, I see a familiar name checking in, and I know he's in town.
Yeah. Stormy got it. Iowa basketball.
Oh, thank you, Stormy. Yeah, it's our crack research department. Hey, could you go to that one below, Tiff, please?
Colin.
Huh?
You're
you look at that chat.
Cody Colin.
Yeah, I know. Kiana is his person, and she's giving Trina a bath, and he knows that.
That's my brother checking in. That's my big brother. Hello, that's my brother Rick. Thank you for checking in. It's the first time he's checked in on SportsHeads. Checking out the Brother Podcast, and thank you, bro. Good evening. Thanks for checking in. Welcome. Yes, Tiff. I see Tiff wrote Iowa on there. Iowa, yes. My lost interest saying hello to Tiff. We love all the chat family love we see in the chat. We got some more stories for you here, a couple more, and then we're going to pull the train into the station, Andrew, okay?
Yep.
All right, bro. Let's shift gears to basketball. You sent me a couple of basketball tweets, Andrew. Talk about Steph and Clay.
Oh, off the dome.
No, hold up. I'm sorry. I said the wrong one, Joe. You had it right. The LeBron and Junior tweet. Thank you.
Off the dome here. LeBron James is suspended for the rest of the season due to speeding.
So give us some background, because I'm not totally familiar with this story either, Andrew. Tell us what's going on.
There was a viral video that LeBron James was going 130 miles an hour, and he got suspended for it.
Really? I hadn't heard that,
Did this
Andrew.
just happen? This is crazy. That's big news. He's the biggest basketball player in the world right now.
All right, so talk about this tweet with his son. I'm not sure if many people are familiar that his son's coming up behind him, Andrew.
Yep. They look similar.
His son looks a little more jacked, huh? His jaw's more chiseled.
Really?
So yeah, you got LeBron and LeBron Jr. Andrew sent me that tweet, but I didn't know about the speeding thing, Andrew, or I would have got that video for you, bro.
Nuts.
I would have got that video for you, bro.
Yeah, is that breaking news? You would think they would notify you on your phone when you get those tweets, or those things on those notifications on your phone, LeBron is out.
We've stated, look, I see Bones checking his phone. We've stated this many times, Bone Loads, that Andrew is the human sports ticker. Sports tickers get their information from Andrew. And that's why you're getting it here first on the Sports Heads on episode 9, because Andrew is the human sports ticker. Oh, look at our boy Joe. Found your story, Andrew.
It looks like it was
You
a
meant
fake story.
PEDs. I thought you spent speeding.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying, Joe?
Hold on, I'll find the other one, but it looks like the story's not a real story that he was suspended.
Yeah, because he's playing right now. There's literally, I just saw him go to the hole.
Here it is.
He just went to the basket for the Lakers.
Fact check. Has LeBron James been suspended for speeding? Question mark.
You're right.
The viral tweet is debunked, Andrew. Uh-oh.
Andrew's one of those conspiracy theorists, I think.
But look at the wording on the tweet. It says butt crack sports. Is that your source, Andrew?
What kind of world is it when we can't trust butt crack sports to report the fact?
Right, exactly. See, kind of world we live in. First Ray and then butt crack sports. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, when you would report stuff like that,
So.
Now you get more.
Whoever reported this, I'm coming for your butthole.
Coming for your butthole. That's a very specific punishment, Andrew.
Yeah. Hey.
You notice that he doesn't has a know or care if it's a male or female. Whoever it did, I'm coming for your butthole. Oh, now he's got Miss Thailand. Chris has got every time they're in a different position. Yeah, we are going to Cambodia and Thailand and looking for lady boys.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right.
Hear about it.
All right, in our second basketball story, Andrew, this is the one about Stephen Clay. Go ahead and elaborate on this one, buddy, on number 15. It says Stephen Clay have each made 250 3-pointers in the same season for the third time in their careers. No other duo has done this in NBA history, Andrew.
Whoa.
Crazy.
250 3-point shots.
That's a lot of threes. Yeah. I mean, has anyone even come close? Or saying that no one, like, that's the second duo. Like, is there even a duo that's more than once? Has any two players done that more than once?
I don't know. I didn't research it any further than that particular story, Lost.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't think of. Sorry.
True.
Andrew apparently is already reading ahead, Bones. Let's see. My Los Angeles 199. Andrew gets his sports news from Pornhub. Yes, he does. My Los Angeles. Thank you.
They should have a sports.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. That's our great friend, My Los Angeles. Thank you.
There's like an opening day porn that you could like watch, like da 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 da.
I think Lost gave Andrew ideas. As soon as he gets off the phone, he's gonna be looking up baseball porn feverishly on his computer.
I might too. I mean, hey, let's not rule anything out here.
Okay, who we fooling? We're all gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah, we're all doing it.
Let's see. Base porn in baseball uniforms. Scott's already looking for it. Scott up too. Scott's already looking for it. All right. Okay, Andrew. We have a couple more stories here. We have in our element number 16, we have a story about WWE superstar diva Stacy Keibler being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, Andrew.
One of my...
Even I know her.
Before I got into porn, this is one of the person I jacked off to.
Hey, I did too. Yeah, like in 2005, 2006-ish, or like...
Maybe you guys did it at the same time.
She had like those, she had really long legs, like...
Legs for days.
Too, but yeah, like
she's a local girl.
Trish Stratus, they were all like online. I think they post for Playboy. I think that's what it was. Like that's where Andrew and I got it from.
So if you scroll this, Joe, please, there will be some tweets as we go down it that I think Andrew probably utilized when he was younger. Let's see, that's her Hall of Fame induction picture. There's one right there. What do you think of that one, Andrew? You remember that one? Oh, hell yeah. I'll spank that ass, girl.
Who is that guy?
Oh, no.
Nope. There's one.
Lucky.
Picture of her just in a dress. That's too much clothes for Andrew. And there's her sucking on a lollipop. Andrew wishes it was a lollipop. And look, she's wholesome with the family now, Andrew. See? How can you have sexual thoughts about her? She's a mommy. How dare you, Andrew? That's it, Joe.
like,
That's
"Hey,
it.
mother,
All the good
mother."
pictures ended right there. Thank you very much. So Stacy Keebler, Andrew's original OG Spank Bank material, getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this weekend, probably. Andrew, big weekend, WrestleMania weekend, bro. We go to number 16, Angular Element.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to watch some goddamn wrestling this weekend. All right.
Oh, Nick Khan.
16A, please. 16A.
Nick Khan is potentially wanting to go back to $50 pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view? A good idea.
Yeah, Joe, if we could please go down to the bottom of this, and we'll scroll from the bottom up, Andrew, and we'll talk about some of these matches real quick. Let's talk about some of these matchups. It's WrestleMania is two days.
I think it's a good idea. Boneless.
Great idea. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Lower the price a little bit. That way more people can come in. You'll make more money, dude. I'm telling you.
You would think that wisdom would work, but they don't seem to want to do that. So,
Yeah,
Andrew, let's quickly go over some of these matches. WrestleMania is going to be held out Boneload's way at SoFi Stadium. Bones, you ought to check it out, man.
I should. When's this happening?
This weekend.
Oh, yeah, it can't happen.
Okay.
But,
so we'll just quickly go through some of these matches. Andrew, they have the Women's Showcase Tag Team match. They have the singles match. I know you're looking forward to Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
With Morgan, my babe.
I know. We'll get to the women. Let's talk about some men first.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, especially with the Aztecs and Padres, Rey Mysterio, and that's his brother.
No, Andrew, explain the matchup between Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio to everybody.
Son versus father.
That's right. Rey Mysterio is
potentially his very last match in the WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
Rey Mysterio is a small wrestler. He's been around for decades. He wrestles in the luchador mask, so no one ever really knows what he looked like. His son, Dominic Mysterio, has now grown up in the time that Rey's been in this business, and he's a wrestler himself. And they have been set against each other. He turned heel on his father a few months ago in the storyline, and now they're going to meet in WrestleMania so it's father and son wrestling each other. And so, Andrew, you think Rey's going to retire?
I really do.
I hope he kicks his son's ass.
Why would they induct him in the Hall of Fame if he wasn't going to retire?
There might be something to that, but we know that he has been wrestling for decades, like I said earlier, and his son does seem to be on the rise. My take is that I think it's kind of Rey's time to duck out, and I believe he's going to take the L on purpose and kind of elevate or put his son over in order to boost his career.
He's royalty in San Diego too. They love him down there.
They like Rey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hell of a wrestler. Always been smaller than the other guys, but boy, he can really hang with them. What other matches you looking forward to, Andrew?
I have some insight on Roman Reigns and Cody.
Okay.
Supposedly, Roman Reigns is going to take a break till SummerSlam after he drops the titles.
So you're saying, if I can follow what you're saying he's not going to drop the belt anytime this weekend, and he's going to hang on to it and then take a break? Is that what you think? At SummerSlam?
He's going to drop the titles at WrestleMania and take a break till SummerSlam.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that may be the case. So for anyone that might follow this, he's going against Roman Reigns is wrestling Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was originally a WWE wrestler. He left and started AEW. He came back, and we believe he came back with the promise that he was going to get his championship run and get his shot. And this is his shot to be in a title match at WrestleMania, something that his father, Dusty Rhodes, apparently never did. But I'm curious if they're really going to give him the belt, Andrew. You think that Roman's going to drop him this weekend, huh?
Yes.
Wow. This is going to be something to watch for, because Roman Reigns.
I don't want him to. I want him to surpass the 1,000-day mark.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to have him drop them.
Yeah, the WWE has been building up Roman Reigns and keeping him champion in order to overtake Bruno Sammartino's record.
Bit I've heard they're going to retire the Universal champion.
Maybe. We'll have to see if any or all of this happens. So WrestleMania will be available on the CAC this weekend on Peacock. Peacock, that is.
My
So
lost interest has an interesting take on the Hall of
bet
Fame.
he does. He always loves wrestling. Let's see what my lost interest has to say, if we can. Breaking news: WWE changing Hall of Fame to Hall of Shame. Andrew. Oh my goodness, my lost interest. Breaking news: Andrew, can you believe? Look at this blasphemy that he's putting up on the screen. Lost is saying, "Breaking news: wrestling not real." How dare you, Lost?
I already know that.
You blasphemer. My lost interest.
Austin, block him.
I see Andy going way back on me. Andy from Ontario with the Dusty comment.
Yeah.
Dusty wrestled superstar Billy Graham for the WWF title. You going way back, Andy. What's up, Andy from Ontario in the back?
Like Ric Flair days. Yeah.
Oh, that was great. You know I love that. I just got here. Is wrestling real?
Ooh, another troll.
It's as real as Bob Levy's pool. As of now. Hey, I see all the boys checking in.
Yes.
I'm always watching. Austin, what's up, bro? I hear you've been killing it organizing the Patreon. And
everyone.
Good time to speak about this. If you haven't had a chance already, please sign up and join. Click the little join button on YouTube for the Shuli Network. You get all that extra content. It's a little easier than signing up for Patreon. But if you are a patron, there's great stuff over there. I'm enjoying watching Back to the Habitat. I already watched episode 1 and 2. I'm dying for episode 3 of Back to the Habitat, where they go back with Vince the lawyer and they review all the tapes when Eric, High Pitch Eric, was in his apartment with cameras on.
Scoreboard on my TV right now.
We got
New York Mets lost to the Marlins 2-1.
all right.
Wow.
Thanks for interrupting my promo for that. You can take that WrestleMania down, please. But yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to, please sign up for the Shuli Network. You get all this great content. You get like the Ray DeVito interview that happened this week. You'll see all that stuff. You'll see the Back to the Habitat and all the great content that the boys are putting out. They put out a quick clip the other day of having technical difficulties with Bob and all of them trying to talk him through a computer and figure it out. It's just always something great and funny. I laugh every single day being part of the Shuli Network or watching the Shuli Network, and I love it all. Sign up and join. Please.
All right, let's not overpromise.
I said personally, I laugh every day.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at that. Got the Bob Levy blue cheese ass licking hot sauce. You can get that at silkcityhotsauce.com.
And I actually use it. It's good shit.
There you go.
Next episode, if you donate $20, he'll take a shot of it.
Oh shit. Hey Scott.
Oh yeah.
You think it's time we should play like what's in the drawer, Scott?
Sure.
What do you got in that drawer? We've had some super chats getting in position. Scott has all kind of random items in the drawer. He always throws some stuff in, some embarrassing, some not. Whatever he has to pull out, he's got to explain it and tell us what's going on. It's a little bit of fun. Let me give you a little drum roll. We'll give a little drum roll. Let's build up a little suspense here. Hang on. We're gonna build up a little drum roll. Here we go. Find my fucking drum. Oh, not baseball music.
What was it?
Not
a chrome titty. It's not a.
What do you
got?
got?
A chrome titty.
Snow cone? Snow globe?
What the heck?
What do you think it is?
It looks like some kind of mirror ball, some orb or some shit. Is it an anal bead? A really big anal bead. Nope, that's my guess.
No.
Uh-oh.
Just a second.
Uh-oh. Does it vibrate? Then it's definitely an anal bead.
What does it smell
I
like?
don't want to see it.
Yes. Doesn't have fecal matter on it.
It's a light
Oh.
bulb.
That's a light bulb. That's a fancy ass light bulb. There you go.
I love it.
It's like a little nipple on it.
I'm just
What?
Checking
the
the
heck?
weather.
Andrew, you're checking the weather?
See my lamp?
What?
Particularly tornado
Is that
weather.
a flashlight?
By you?
No.
How do you
Potentially.
have all this
on it.
stuff and I don't know about it?
You get tornadoes in Milwaukee?
That's a flashlight
my
butt plug
secret room.
combination, I think. Something going on there. I don't know what the hell you got there.
Yeah, what was that, Scott? What is this? What's going on here?
It looks like a
What's
crayon.
going
lamp.
on? Oh yeah, my lamp.
Looks like
Is it
one of them ones if you
flash-
turn
yeah,
off
it's
the
a big
light
Oh.
in the room, it like shoots
It's a
in
big
all
crayon.
directions.
Oh, I see it.
Why is it brown on the tip? Well, that's cool. And that was what's in Scott's drawer for this week on the Sports Heads. Let's see. I see. Oh, ka-chunk, baby. Ka-chunk, indeed. I see my lost interest says something. Scott, can you fit that in your butt? See? I thought it had brown on the tip there. My lost interest.
I thought he was banned.
At least he
That
didn't
was
say, will
sucking.
you? At least he didn't say, will you fit it in your butt? We'd have to turn the screen off for that. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd have to go.
Yeah,
Our boy Austin checking in. Let's see. Your future belongings, Stormy. Enjoy.
Yes,
There you,
please
go.
leave
Yeah,
that
you
alone.
inherit all that. That's your inherit.
Yeah.
I like to leave my crayon lamp with the fancy bulb
is
to my
that?
daughter Stormy.
What do you
Looks like a
think
butt
this
plug.
is?
Stormy, there's
something
probably
with
a lot of stuff you don't know about your dad, and
Oh, I
probably
guarantee
for the
that.
best.
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
probably true with most children and
I'll show
parents.
you.
Yeah, there's some things you rather not know and you wish you never found out. Tiff says,
You know what
avert
this
your
is?
eyes, Stormy.
What is?
It's for it's neck exercise.
That's definitely a
Right.
butt plug. I don't care what you
Really?
say.
Yeah, everything
What?
he
Neck
has.
exercise? Oh my gosh.
Boy.
Now they tell women they should do neck exercise a whole nother way, right?
I think that's.
But we won't get into that because this is a sports show.
Yeah.
What in,
Oh my
look
goodness.
at that. We're
Andrew?
going to pump you up. We're going to pump. You'll be ready for your date with your boyfriend.
I mean, in all honesty,
Oh my
look how good his neck
No.
is. It works.
I know,
I'd rather
It kind of helping with his posture, isn't it, Joe? Kind of keeping him, making him
Let's have a
upright.
great neck.
You should just like walk around with that all the time, just under
Yeah,
your
it
chin.
clearly
Just like,
works.
Oh my gosh.
that's cool. We appreciate Scott. We appreciate Storm. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. We appreciate Sideways Hat Andrew. That's right. All right. We got one little article left. That's
You can gift
a
that to
sexy
Chris for
sports
his
star.
wedding.
What's that?
He can gift it to Chris for his wedding, the neck thing.
Oh, somebody's gonna need it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Coming your way, Chris. With a
Good
butt
one,
wrap with a
Stormy.
bow.
2 sets of 20.
2 sets of 20.
Stupid.
Keep the wife happy
Kind of like
forever.
Kegel.
All right, we're gonna see that demonstration next. You put it between your legs and start doing that. Okay.
Nah,
In our element 17, Andrew,
Andrew, your hat.
this is a story that we were going to do a couple weeks ago, but it kind of got lost in the mix. Talk about this. Did you read this article about Holly Saunders? She's starting up her own Topless sports league. Andrew, what do you think about this?
a show fit for OnlyFans and Pornhub.
OnlyFans and Pornhub? Maybe. So this, did you see this woman, Phone Loads? Did you happen to see this? She used to be a reporter on the Golf Channel.
Golf.
Oh, I didn't know that's who she was. I didn't know she was. Is she going to be participating, or is she just recruiting? Like, how's this all? Like,
So apparently she was she's married to Oscar De La Hoya, in that tweet right there. If you look at that one, yes, that's her husband, Oscar De La Hoya, a retired boxer. I think he's retired by now. So that's her husband. She was formerly on the Golf Channel. She's known to be quite a lovely woman, as you can see right there. The only thing that's covering that butt is those kind of boxing gloves they put over there. So she's saying that she's going to start her own Topless sports network. If we can roll this one right there, if you roll that first Instagram video right there, you can see what she's all about, Andrew. Andrew would like this
I'm all
one.
for it. Very
Actually,
nice.
because of the music, I'm going to mute that.
Thank you. Thank you. And the caption said, I told y'all I was going to start my own Topless league. So, and then if we can go further down in the article, Joe, there's a couple more Instagrams, and this next one, if you keep on down, right there, she's suggesting, do you want to see her? Do you want to see topless chest? Let's see what topless chest might look like.
That'd be awful distracting.
You can touch my king anytime, baby. Yeah. King me. Yeah.
So it's like
all right, one more. And there's one more, please. There's one more. So would you like to see sexy topless chest? Or maybe how about some of this?
Please.
She's doing
I
like
don't
a
want
teaser.
to.
She's going like a teaser.
I didn't know she was that hot.
Didn't know she was that hot? It's not like you, Andrew. So there you go. Maybe some topless tennis, Andrew. What do you think? Topless chest, topless tennis? And then look at that. Hey, baby. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. That's all the good pictures. So I just wanted to discuss what kind of sports we want to see topless. You want to see basketball? You want to see some chess? What do you want to see, Andrew? If you had a choice, what's the first she wants to know? What do you want to see topless?
Weirdly, boxing.
Boxing? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because
titty punch. Titty punch. Titty punch. Press cancer. Titty punch. Twat shot. Twat shot. Twat shot.
I think golf maybe or basketball or any kind of running, you know.
Hey, baby, want to use my 5 wood? I got wood. Yeah. All right.
It might help the audience numbers in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what the hell, what ball to watch going down the court.
Packed arena is like full of dudes like, yeah.
So I have to see, we've talked about the lingerie bowl and some other sexy sports in the past. So when I saw this article, I thought it would kind of get your attention, Andrew, and we'll have to see if she actually comes out with some actual topless sports. So topless boxing, that's what you want, huh? Titty punch.
Very interesting choice.
Honestly, something when doctors going up and down, it doesn't matter.
How about cross country?
That would be some chili on the titty, though.
Chili on the titty. All right. Well, we appreciate you being here. We're a little bit. We're past the 9 o'clock hour. We're over an hour and a half on doing the show. We appreciate the Shuley Network for lending us this time. We appreciate Joe and everybody for hanging out. We got 2 more videos we're going to show you, and then we're going to pull this train into the station. I promise. In this next element number 18, Andrew. I always look for interesting sports videos to play, and I found this one. This is lacrosse. Not only a lacrosse fight. This is lacrosse goalies fighting, and I've never seen lacrosse goalies fight before. Go ahead, roll that, please, Joe.
Wow. This has got to be a first. This has got to be a first.
Oh my, Ethan Woods giving Hartley a piece of his mind.
Right. You don't need to go to UFC. You got it right.
What
Look
the,
at this.
what the hell is this shit? Lacrosse. Oh, he's down. One more time. We can roll one more time.
It's got to be a first. This has got to be a first.
Oh my, Ethan Woods.
Yeah, I beat your ass. Yeah.
Right. You
Oh,
don't need to go to UFC. You got to look at this.
All right, that's cool. Thanks, Joe. So I thought that was a pretty. What do you think about that, Andrew? You ever seen a lacrosse fight before, bro?
What the fuck was that?
Indeed, that's what I said.
What sport is that?
Right?
It's supposed to be lacrosse.
Never seen those outfits before.
Yeah, and it also looked like it might have been like some Eastern European thing because they tend to go hard in the paint on pretty much everything they play. So I didn't do a lot of research on the teams. I was just. Oh yeah, I'll ask you. I put a note in there to please pause that. But for those of you who heard that, so we're gonna leave you with this last clip of the show. This is our clip of the week. I want to say thank you everyone for enjoying us for episode 9 of the Sports Heads here on the Shuley Network. We appreciate you joining us here every week. If you please join us every week, like, share, subscribe, give us some love. We would appreciate that. Show up and give us a super chat and help us out here on the Shuley Network. We appreciate that. So with this
Kevin
last
know
clip,
who the sports heads are.
say that again.
We can go let Kevin know who the sports heads are.
Oh, my good Kevin. Yeah, that was something. So, yeah, at the end of MLC the other day, Bob was nice enough to say on one of the shows that he liked me and he liked the Sports Head and he liked all of us. And Kevin gave him a bunch of shit. Hey, there he is. He's a nice guy. Great. He's a nice guy. Nobody knows who he is.
Brewers to call their number one prospect, Joey Weimer.
They're calling him up. Why wouldn't they have him on the team already if the season just started, Andrew?
Yeah, what's that about?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why wouldn't they call him up?
Yeah, it's funny that you're telling me the day after the season started that they're calling up a guy already. You figured he would have just made the team.
Yeah.
There goes another patch.
All right, well, let's go through a couple of these last chats we have, and we've got to get these guys out of here. Once again, I appreciate not only my big sister, but my big brother checking in tonight. Kathy Linder says, $5. Good show, guys. You get a kiss, and you get an applause. Thank you. Wow, Tiff. What do you think about this, Andrew? Having your tits flop around feel awesome. I can only speak for balls. I can't speak for tits. Thank you, Tiff.
Yeah, she's out.
She's out. Be block. Phone looks like blocker. She's out of here. Oh my god. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody. I see. Let's get a couple more of these chats in, because I see we got some last minute chatters in. There's some people that don't want to give up. Rev Bob Levy quotes, also / Perry Caravello quotes, I believe.
Yeah.
Kevin will scream and wipe his mouth. Yes, yes. And if you're using if you're a member of the Shuli network, you can use that as one of your emojis. There's a nice emoji in there of Kevin kind of wiping his mouth off. You got that one? And also, if you use the emojis, you can use that one too. But yeah, there's the Kevin taking a picture one. There's Ray emojis. There's all kind of fun you can have in the chat. If you join the Shuli network, you can get Chad Zumach with his ever-changing right or left eye being swollen. Who knows? Might be the left one tomorrow. Might be the right one. Yep. There's Reaction Lady.
Thank you for 125 subscribers on my YouTube.
Thank you. Well, if they want to be 126, where can they find you, Andrew?
Andrew Wheezy 9
9324. I know it better than you, Andrew. YouTube.com / Andrew Weezy, WIESE 9324.
If you want to catch the paranormal show with me and Mobby Nick tomorrow about 6.
Yeah, Bobby, Nick, and him like the paranormal. Andrew loves all kind of topics. He loves sports. He loves woman. He loves the paranormal. And you can catch him tomorrow if you want to catch him and Bobby Nick talking about that. Something. I really love this little crew. Why, thank you, Tiff. We love you, too. We appreciate you. Tiff gave us all something to think about later tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be like, flopping. I can't match that. There's only certain things I can get to bounce on my body. Thank you, Tiff. We appreciate you. It's nice talking to you privately, too. She's very nice and supportive, and I appreciate all the love from all this great chat family we have. I see you on all the shows that we watch, where it be Perry Caravello or Out of the Coffin or BS Show or Uncle Rico or Blunder Years, all the great shows. I love all the chat family that I see on every one. Bob Levy is no good.
To spill the beans, everyone. We are also having a show next week with Uncle Rick and Mommy and the other ones.
Uncle Rick and Mommy and KB. Yes, they do their own thing. Shout out Uncle Rick and Mommy and KB.
KB, aka one of the other ones.
Yeah. And before we wrap up the show and we do our kind of credits, if we can get those ready, I want to shout out to Jukebox Ginger. I did his show on Monday, and I'm going to be doing his show this following Monday. We're going to interview Larry Hankin, actor. So check out Jukebox Ginger. Check out me on there. There's our socials right there, me and Andrew. Thank you guys for that. Twitter, Instagram. You can subscribe to me on Bobby Fran at YouTube. And Andrew, we always give that out. Andrew Weezy, 9324 on YouTube.com. All right, we're finally going to play this last clip. This is a clip of the week. We're Sports Heads. We're a feel-good show. We love the family. We love feeling good. So I'm going to leave you with this inspirational video, and we hope to see you all here next week for episode 10 of the Sports Heads on the Shuli Network. Go ahead and roll this number 19, please. Oh, he done took everybody out. Hi, how you doing, everybody? It's just me. And now it's me and Andrew. All right. Here we go. Oh, rejection! That's it. Gonna roll one more time? Or that'll be it. Look, gave it a ball. It's a feel-good moment. But he's like, rejection! How hard you got to be to reject somebody in a wheelchair, Andrew? What do you think about that, bro?
If I had a fist, I'd put in his mouth.
Instant hell. Like,
there's all our free. Yeah, that's an express lane to hell ticket right there. All right. Well, with that video, I'm going to say thank you one more time to everybody for joining us for episode 9 of the Sports Heads. Andrew, any last words or thoughts?
Update on Jose Altuve. He will be out for the foreseeable future with a fractured thumb due to the World Baseball Classic.
Wow, that is big news. Fuck him.
Did he sit on it?
All right, Andrew.
Did he sit on it?
Yeah.
Why don't we end the show as we've grown accustomed to doing the last few weeks, Andrew? What do you have to say when we end the show on the Sports Heads every week?
Thank you, fuck you, and good night.
You heard him. You heard him, everybody. That's the wrong one. All right.
Sorry, MJF.
Scott, burn on fire.
And with that, before Scott burns down his room, for Scott Fitzpatrick, for our chat moderator, Stormy, for our West Coast correspondent, B-Boy Bone Loads, and for the Human Sports Ticker, Andrew, I've been your host, Bobby BF, Bobby Fran. We hope you enjoyed episode 9 of the Sports Heads. I was checking out some of these last chats. We hope to see you every week. We hope to see you next week. And if we don't see you next week, we'll see you the next time that we do see you. Peace and love, and we are out of here, folks.
Right?